welcome to Homestead Corner. I'm Jenny, and today I've got a $30 budget prepper pantry stock up from the Dollar Tree. So we were able to run into the Dollar Tree, and I always love to get in there and see what I can find to stock up in our pantry so we can have as much in there as possible. Not all of our pantry items are food, but there are lots of other things that we keep in our emergency supplies in our prepper pantry. So I think it's important to have a decent variety. Our store has been not so wonderful on the selection of food lately, but they do get things in here and there, which is wonderful. And I grabbed something that I really love to grab at the dollar store. So let's jump in and see what we got. So the first thing we got this week was a couple extra packages of trash bags. These are just small can liners for the bathroom, laundry room, things like that. But you want to make sure you've got plenty of trash bags in your emergency supplies. They can come in so handy and can be used for lots of different purposes. So we like to have a decent supply of those. I grabbed a couple more just to make sure our stash is full. I also grabbed an extra package of these coffee filters. These aren't the kind that my coffee maker uses, but they are wonderful in so many uses. You can use these for disposable cleaning cloths. You can pre-filter your water with them. You can use them in all sorts of different things. We use them to strain out our cranberry juice even. There are just so many different things that you can use them for, and we love to have plenty of these on hand. They are super handy. The next thing I grabbed was a couple of these little mason jar candles. I really like these because not only do they have your candle in them, they're scented, which is great. You can get unscented though. They have tons of different ones. But these are 4-ounce mason jars, which are perfect for, any little canning projects afterwards. They do say mason on the jar, and we really love these. So I just boil them to clean them out afterwards. I try to wipe everything out while it's still hot when it burns out, and get as much out as I can. And then you can boil them, or even if you get enough of it out, you just run it right through the dishwasher, and it's just perfect. And we reuse these all the time. I have tons of these in my canning supplies. So they are a little twofer. Anytime you can get a jar, I think is a great deal, and a regular mouth fits on those little mason jars. The next thing I grabbed, I was happy to see these back in the stores, the Organic Valley tomato sauce. We really like these. Our store carries the tomato sauce, and sometimes and sometimes they have diced tomatoes, which is great also. But I love grabbing the Organic Valley anytime I see it there. It's really good product, and I know it's going to be good. So we always grab those when we see them. I was happy to see them. I haven't seen them in quite a while. The next thing I grabbed was 2 packages of Ever-Ready batteries. These are the 4-packs, and the Ever-Readies are a pretty good brand. They last quite a bit longer than the other ones that are the dollar store brand. I think they're E-Circuit. But we love these, and anytime you can get batteries for $1.25, I say it's a great deal. We want to make sure we have plenty for all the different things that we need, and get the sizes that you use. We use a ton of double A's, but we also make sure we have those other sizes that our stuff uses. No sense to buy batteries that you don't use, but making sure you have plenty for what you do. The next thing I grabbed was an extra push light. I really love these inside the cabinets in the pantry, up under the shelves. They shine right down nicely. They are super good in any dim lit area. If the power goes out, these are great. You can just push them on. You can put them in the bathrooms. You can stick them all over the house. And then when the power goes out, they're just there, which is wonderful. I really like these lights. They're nice and bright little LEDs. And we love the push light because it's simple and easy. And I love simple and easy. The next thing I grabbed, of course, is a package of matches. We want to make sure we have plenty for fire starting, candle lighting, cooking, heating up water, anything like that, bath water, whatever you need. But you want to make sure you have plenty of those in stock because you really can go through a lot. I have broken a match before, 3 or 4 of them in a row. You could definitely go through a box in a day, one of the little boxes in a day if you are using them consistently. And then the next thing I grabbed is the Jolly Time popcorn. We really like this one. It's just regular old popcorn. It's non-GMO, and for $1.25, it really is a super good deal. And your dried popcorn in this form, you can grind this up and make flour in an emergency situation if you needed to. Corn flour is always good. And today I grabbed a different set of shears. They looked a little more sturdy than the other ones. I usually buy the white Betty Crocker shears from there. But these ones they felt a little bit sturdier. So I'm going to give these a try. They're by Good Cooking Concepts. I have not tried these yet. It does have a bottle opener on the side and another little bottle opener here. So I thought, you know, why not? For $1.25, let's give them a try. I usually buy the other ones, but you can't have too many pairs of kitchen shears. Definitely. Then I also grabbed a couple extra of the condiment bottles. If you're making your own condiments to save money, these things are wonderful. It really makes it a lot easier, less mess. You don't have to dig it out of a jar. You could just squeeze them right out. And this is the best price I found too, for $1.25. So I like to make sure we have plenty of these in the pantry. So when we have to make anything, we've got it right there to use. And then I grabbed an extra one of these little wire racks. These are wonderful for making a emergency cooking station. If you've got to set up a fire outside, anything like that, you can set these right over a muffin pan. If you're going to cook with candles and put your little tea lights in a muffin pan, set this on top so you have a nice even surface and air to get through so your candles will stay lit. This can be used in so many different ways. We like to keep a bunch of these in our emergency supplies because you just never know. And even if all you've got is a couple of rocks, you can set this down on it and cook over it, and it works out perfectly. And then I grabbed a package of 60 of the little zip ties. We love zip ties. They are so useful for so many different things. There's just tons and tons of uses, and we go through quite a few zip ties, surprisingly, in our home, but we like to make sure we have plenty of these because if you've got to put some tarps together or tie something up or anything like that, these can be so handy. You can chain them together. We use them in the garden. We use them all over the place. They're great for emergency fixes on fences, things like that. They don't last a super long time on fences, but it'll hold until you can get all the proper stuff, which is wonderful. So zip ties are another must-have in your emergency supplies, I think. I also picked up a couple of these glass jars. They have the lid on them and the little wire bail with the little silicone rubber to make them airtight. These are great for any of those little cleaning pads, face wash, anything like that. If you're making any of your own cleaning supplies or anything like that at home, even your skincare, these are great. These are a little big for skincare, but they are perfect because they have that rubber seal. You can shake it if you've got liquid in there, and we like to keep extra jars like this around so when we want to make something, it's just there and we can put it together. So I grabbed a few of these, just some extra jars to have on hand, and we'll have them in the pantry. I also grabbed some of the sweet chili sauce. This is delicious on chicken or, you know, like a stir fry, anything like that. This is delicious. We just love this. And I've been stocking it up in the pantry. I get a bottle here and there when I see it in the store. We really like this. I think that the sauces are a really great deal at Dollar Tree, and you should have a really good supply of sauces and spices and things like that in your stash, because a lot of your pantry foods, when that's all you have, they're really bland, and you want to be able to spice them up in a bunch of different ways to get you through so you don't get food fatigue. And then I also grabbed 2 of the Italian style breadcrumbs. These are really good breadcrumbs. We've been buying them for quite a long time. They have changed the jar, and I think there's a little bit less in here. There's only 13 ounces. It was a little bit shorter, but it was wider, and now it's taller and skinnier. But I don't know. I feel like there's a little bit less. But for $1.25, it's not a bad deal if you're not making your own breadcrumbs. Breadcrumbs are easy to make, but you know, we have to pick our battles and how much time we have. We only have so much time in a day, and we make all the things that we can to save money, and then we buy some of the things at the store as long as we can. So that's how I do it anyway. Some things are more difficult to make or take too long or just don't have time, you know, can't do everything. The next thing I grabbed is a pack of pepperoni. I love these in the pantry because they are shelf stable, and it's only $1.25, and this will make two pizzas for our family, and it's plenty for us. They're great to cut up and throw in salads. You can eat them right out of the package. Any way you want to do it. They're great. Good snack to have around, a little extra protein, which is always nice to have on the shelf. And then I also grabbed 2 of these. One is a cracked pepper and sea salt tuna fish. These little pouches are wonderful for your emergency bags and things like that. It's really only 1 serving, but it is so thin and lightweight. You have got a nice little portion of protein here that you can just stick in those emergency bags. I really like these for that purpose. Or if everybody's gone, you're the only one home, it's perfect for a meal. You can flake this up and throw it in a sandwich. You can throw it in a salad. You can eat it out of the bag if you wanted to. Really, you could do so many things. And I also picked up the wild Alaskan salmon because I really like this in salad. And again, these packages, I really love them for emergency bags. Lightweight, tiny, they don't take up any space, and an excellent protein to have on you. And that's it for my $30 budget stock up haul from the Dollar Tree this week. A bunch of different things. I was happy to grab some of the protein items, a few extra trash bags, different things for the house, making sure we've got the supplies we need. If something happens and we can't get a hold of them, we'll already have them and things will be just fine. And that's it for today. I hope you enjoyed this video and hope to see you next time. Bye.